Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining me. This is the first ride up of the new drop-down trailer, complete with winch. Hope you enjoy it. Yes, it's quite a tentative ride up, but there's no point in rushing it and having it fall over. Control to get the front wheel in the chock. Once it's in the chock, the bike is solid and secure. It goes in quite easy eventually, so I gather confidence from this for the next time. This trailer is a test bed of engineering principles due to be refined in many areas. Major point, I need some foot plates. Easily sorted. There she is, in the front wheel chock. Still in gear, so it's not going anywhere. Ignition off. All I have to do now is figure out how to get off. Somewhere to put my foot, it'd be useful. Just checking everything looks okay at the front. Go for it, Brian. There's nothing more you can do, it's in the chuck. Swing that leg over and admire your handiwork. At some point you have to bite the bullet and just go for it. There's no rushing about, it's a very cold day. I've taken one of my coats off and my hat off because I was actually sweating, but I'm afraid that was a sign of health issues which laid me low later in the day. Having a little look around, see everything looks reasonable before the next process of lifting the spine section of the trailer to a travelling height. Using the winch. The winch is going to wind up this spine section it has anti-reverse on, so you can stop and look around. This first initial lift, we don't want any broken lift wires or linkages There's a lot riding on this, pardon the pun. The independent axles are not rising at the same amount. That's something I want to consider as a issue. I now realise that the width of the diagonal alloy tubes are wider than they need be. And that may help me with an even pull on both independent axles. If I make it narrow at the front, it may pull both of them up equally, and that's the target. There's lots of strains on the machinery at this point, and it's all new ground, so I am being careful. But just as with the dismount, at some point you have to go for it. It's at these test sessions that we make or break decisions. Get it wound up, Brian. Go for it. All them horrible noises are where the wire passes over parts of the angle iron and framework. And of course the two independent subframes are rotating around the solid 40mm axle at the rear. Well, that's it. First thoughts are I'm going to have to drop that nose. The dismount is always an issue that has to be, you go for it in a big way. You're pulling it out of the front wheel chuck and then using the clutch to control movement. You're just using gravity. So I winch it back down and it's a lot quieter. It just shows you the difference between stress and strain on the wire of the winch and no stress and strain. So the tail has touched down. It's time to throw a leg over, pull it out that wheel chuck and manoeuvre it down the ramp and back into the garage. I learn a lot from these videos of what I do right and mostly what I do wrong. And it's great feedback. It's like another set of eyes seeing things from a point of view that I can't possibly understand while I'm attempting these for the first time. Yep, step on, throw your leg over, and let's get this done. So the bike is solid in the front wheel chuck. That's me sat on it. If I pull the clutch in and pull it backwards, it'll come out the wheel chuck. Just checking it's in gear by turning the ignition on, seeing what light is on. No green for neutral, so I know I'm in gear. Pull back, Brian, pull back. All of that trepidation, and it went quite smoothly. Now that I've done it once, I know the sort of lifting power it needs to come up and back. Looking for neutral. There we go. Side stand ready. Back into the carriage, where another project awaits, my turntable. So, what do we learn from today's endeavour? We learn that the principles do work, the processes need a little buffing up. We certainly need the nose of the trailer to be lower. So I'll put some spacing plates underneath the tow hitch, and that'll push the nose down and the tail up. Foot plates for that quick ascent on the trailer, but it's coming on. Thanks for joining me. Join me again soon. Bye.